wanted to follow up with my prior review on Jouer's Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation because at the time, the shade Espresso, which I already have swatched and reviewed, is not my correct shade. This past weekend was Ipsy's Generation Beauty down in Los Angeles, California. I did visit the Jouer booth and I found my actual shade match for the Essential Foundation. Now I do fall now into their new shade expansion. They have expanded to include additional 33 shades to their existing 17. The fair skin tones, they originally had 2 shades and they've added 4, which gives us a grand total of 6 shades. With the light category, they first had 3. They added an additional 5, bringing it to a total of 8 shades for the light category. In the medium skin tone, they originally had 3. They added additional 7, bringing it to a total of 10 shades for the medium skin tone. Within the tan series, they had 4 shades, added 3 new ones for a grand total of 7. In the dark category, they originally had 3. They added 6 more, bringing it to a total of 9. And last, in the deep category, they had 2. They added 8 and brought that up to a total of 10. Add all that up and you have 50 shades. It was a total Goldilocks moment with the 3 existing shades because one was too light, one was in the middle, and then the third one looked like it would work, you know, in the convention lights, but I was like, did narrow it down to 4 bottles from the 6 additional shades. 2 of them were much too light, so we just pushed those aside. However, what I did is I had her put 2 on, basically 1 right here, and then the second one was right on my wrist going down. And then the other 2, 1 here and then 1 there. Reasoning behind this, and this is my tip to you, is not only is the skin tone color here not so far off from my neck, far off from my face, because I am the same skin tone from head to toe, I need to first see it as much as possible because of the awful lights in the convention center, but I need to see it start to disappear in my skin. I've mentioned this before, I think it was in my the undertone skin tone test. Your eyes will immediately go to the shade that does not belong there, and you will start to see 1 shade, or it might even be 2 or several, that seem to adjust well to your skin tone. You'll notice your skin will start to accept the color. On my right hand is Pecan. This is where I loaded up on Pecan. Now below it was, let me look at my notes, and I'm still not certain if this was actually the color, because again, I don't have it on me. I want to say it was Cafe, was right here. And then the other 2 shades here, I don't recall. What I do recall is I could remember one looked a lot more orange than the other, which would indicate to me that one is warmer, or much, you know, too warm for me versus the other. So this arm is kind of, I don't recall. Now, when I looked at this side here, I could immediately tell that the one that's right here on the wrist was a lot more red, and I believe that was Cafe. And Pecan had disappeared because she said, oh, do you have something there? And I said, yeah, that's Pecan. So Pecan was my exact skin tone, and I mean, it was an exact match, so I was pleased with that. What I strongly recommend you do is when the shades are launched, so all of the shades are available to purchase online, I highly recommend that you actually order the sample packs, the foundation packs that they have on there for whatever skin tone category that you happen to fall in. And not only the existing shades, the new shades as well, so make sure you get it all. You really are going to need to swatch this on your skin, and you're really going to have to see which shade is going to be, in a sense, disappear on you. If you watch my foundation videos, you kind of notice when I do my swatches, I might kind of start from here and I pull it up, or I go from here and I pull it down to the neck. But if you can't still figure it out from there, do it on top of your hand as well. Now again, this is going to be based on if this is very similar and close in color to your face and your neck. Your entire body is covered in skin. Your undertone is from head to toe as well. Therefore, your undertone is still going to be here, just like it's everywhere else. So let's say you choose to do it right here on your hand palm. You're going to see whether or not that color is going to pull orange. That color is going to pull red. Is it going to disappear? Am I going to see pink? Is this going to look ghostly white on me? You're going to see it because one of the shades will be accepted by your skin, hopefully. With 50 shades, I think we have a pretty good range to at least cover a huge amount of the population. I've never had to order the sample pack, so I don't know if it's something where you can't just order it and you have to order something else. I don't know. I am only giving you this as my suggestion. If I was a consumer having to purchase this, let's say I didn't get to swatch these in person, that is what I would do because I don't like the guessing game only online. I can't go by the photos. I don't. Let me backtrack for a second. I do feel bad saying this because I love to be able to help and assist you, like, for example, what I did with Physicians Formula, but the brand actually sent me all the deep shades. So I was able to analyze them and look at them. Actually, this statement is not because I'm whining or being entitled. I think if you watch my videos and you know me, you know my heart, this statement is pure. What I'm going to say. I am not on Jouer's PR list, a mailing list. I don't get anything from them. They don't know me. I can't recommend a shade for you. Even if you are very close and similar to my skin tone, I need to see them. I need to swatch them. I need to analyze them in my way. That I do, and that's just it. Do not rely on the shade that's on the actual website, the little finger swatch going up. No. Let's look at Pecan as an example because that's my shade. If I was going by the colors alone, Pecan looks much darker. And even the woman that assisted me, she said, I think Pecan's too dark for you. And she thought Cafe would work for me, or even, I believe, Walnut. And I said, no, I'm just going to let them dry. I'm going to be a little bit patient. And then Pecan just disappeared. I also would not go by asking, let's say if you watch somebody that receives the PR box, I believe that has these little bottles inside. I wouldn't necessarily go by their shade. So like, for example, if you asked me, Stephanie, what are you? And I'm just going to throw out back, NW43. Just because you may fit into that doesn't mean that Pecan is going to work for you. I'm mentioning this because this is going to be another launch. This is going to be an online only launch. Again, my assumption only online. And it's going to be one that you are going to need to swatch on your own skin. Because what looks like it is not going to be it. I do stand behind my existing review in the fact that this foundation still continues to impress me with the level of pigmentation that is in this formula. I was able to use a light coating of the foundation as a first layer to even out the skin tone, and not even pulling concealer, just use a small brush, a little buffing brush, dipped some into the foundation and just buffed it onto a dark mark, and it covers it. So if you have skin issues, you have major things to cover up, or you just have perfect skin and you just like medium coverage to full coverage, this foundation not only takes care of that, but it still keeps my skin looking skin-like, and that is what I like, and that is what still impresses me. I also took some loose powder and just dusted underneath my eyes, just dusted in the T-zone, and I left everything else, just the foundation. Just still give me that skin-like appearance, but to lock it in and to stop it from transferring, Even in the demonstration, I just use my all-nighter spray. That is stopping it from, you know, getting on my shirt, getting on anything, depending on if I am hugging somebody. It just depends. But that's another tip for you. So let's say with this foundation, because the transferring with this foundation isn't as strong, like bulletproof, let's say, to its cousin, which I had called in the other video, the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So to help it stay put and stay locked in, I like to use the all-nighter spray for that. So I'm just gonna throw that in just to give that an additional tip for you before launch date. So that's about it. That's the tips I wanted to give you, as well as my experience picking out my pecan shade for Jouer's Essentials. I keep wanting to say Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. Let's get a discussion going. Are you excited about the new 33 shades? Which one do you think you might pick up? Which one do you think you might fall into? Maybe I shouldn't even open up that discussion because I can't help you in that sense. I don't like feeling that way. I really don't. But I want to be able to give you as much tips and a little bit of experience as much as possible to help you. I hope it helps you in any way, shape, or form. Thank you very much for stopping by and watching. Have a wonderful day or evening. I do appreciate you spending some time with me. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.